Well, joining us now from Algiers, Algeria, to discuss further is Arise correspondent Sheyiton Atigari. Good afternoon, Sheyiton. Thanks so much for joining us on Newsday.
Good afternoon, Temitokwe, I believe. It's good to hear a familiar voice.
Well, so let's start, with what's happening where you are. What major deals and initiatives have been introduced at Canex Weekend 2024 to support the commercialization of African creative content and foster partnerships between entrepreneurs and investors?
Well, that's a fantastic question. Well, what's really the focus of this particular Canex Weekend 2024, especially in terms of, the financial contributions, is the launch of the Canex Creations Incorporated, which is basically an incorporation founded under the Fund for Exports Development in Africa. And this fund essentially seeks to help acquire, aggregate, and commercialize creative intellectual content and as well as intellectual property. The company will be making strategic investments across the creative value chain, as the record labels, publishing companies, brands, just different aspects of the creative sector, because it is something that was highlighted in this year's event, talking about how intellectual property is something that we still struggle with in Africa to own 100%. Another thing that is also exciting about the deals that are being made is the amounts that has been set aside already for the transactions that are going to be closed before the end of the event, the event that comes to an end tomorrow. I'm looking at about $600 million, and some of these deals, like I said, will be announced before it closes today. This just gives the opportunity for investors, entrepreneurs, and policymakers to be able to connect, to be able to have strategic conversations exactly as to how these deals are going to be made and make sure that it's not a short-term success story.
That's good stuff. And it seems that there's going to be a focus on sports today. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Definitely, Hawa, thank you for that. As you can see right behind me, they're already having I would call it a freestyle Connect Africa. This is supposed to be, a match of entertainment and sports. And then earlier today, there was a thought-provoking session on catalyzing the African Renaissance, the confluence of sports, entertainment, and development presented by the Basketball Africa League. I was able to have a sit-down with the president of the Basketball Africa League. He goes by the name Amadou Gallo, and he was able to explain exactly how the Canex Weekend 2024's goals aligns with that of the Basketball African League, and how exactly they're going to empower the youths in the sports sector to be able to also claim their own piece of the cake on the global market. Like I said, it's already being set up behind me. It's going to kick off at 5 o'clock. Right by my left here, you see some young African children, just having a great time on the basketball court, getting ready for the event that is going to happen. And finally, today, there is a fireside chat with Imani Khalif. In case you don't know who that is, I'm talking about the professional boxer. She's a gold medal winner of the Olympics 2024. She's going to be giving a fireside chat today. So today, like I said, and rightfully like you asked in your question, Hawa, is fully focused on sports and the confluence of sports, entertainment, and its development.
Well, it seems there's a lot to look forward to. But before I let you go, Sheyiton, what are the expectations from day 4 of the Canex 2024 weekend?
Oh, yes. So tomorrow, officially the event comes to a close, but there's still going to be some powerful sessions. I'm talking about one of the sessions is called From Production to Distribution, where they're going to be looking at resourcing, how they're going to resource and evolve African film and TV industries. And one of the key speakers there is going to be Boris Kojo. I mean, we know how much he's contributed in Hollywood and how he's been able to use that back home here in Nigeria. Another session that will be happening as well is one focused on digitization revitalizing Africa's creative economy. We do live in the 21st century, so it is important that this topic is analyzed as properly as possible. And also, finally, tomorrow, bringing the event to an end, will be the Canex Shorts Awards ceremony. So there are about 6 short films that were nominated for the Canex 2024 weekend, and that in itself is going to be presented. And later tonight, actually, Chimamanda Adichie, who has been behind the helm of the Canex Publishing Prize, there's going to be an announcement of that winner as well. Unfortunately, she's not around, but that publishing prize is still going to be handed out this evening as well. And of course, the closing remarks that are going to take place at the closing ceremony, given by Guy Murray Bruce, who is one of the leading personalities at the Silverbird Group as well.
And Shaitan, you had us all at attention. You had us at Boris Kodjoe, so thank you for that one. I hope that you get more fruitful days from the Canex experience, and thank you for joining us on Newsday.